Welcome back to Bets and Regrets, where the NFL is almost back, the division takes are already getting disrespectful, and somehow we're all convinced our team is winning the Super Bowl. This week, we're heading out west, breaking down both the NFC and AFC West, from the contenders to the frauds, and the team nobody wants to admit might actually be good. Arizona Cardinals, maybe? We'll make our picks for who wins each division, who's making the playoffs, and who's going to have us screaming at our TVs by week 3. Grab a drink, pick your division winner, and let's get into it. I'm Brogan.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Nick.
Yep. And talking about grabbing a drink, pour one out for Ashton Ginty. We're recording this. Luckily, I'm glad we didn't do this before, but we're recording this the day that he went down with a injury in practice, and it sounds like he might be done for the year. So rest in peace, Ginty.
Dude.
Yeah, they are hearing that it is a torn ACL, so that's a day ruiner.
I must be in a fantasy dynasty league. I must be in a dynasty league with a bunch of vultures because within 5 minutes of him going down, I got one of the most horrendous trade offers to me. It was like for Genty and the Sun God, so St. Brown. They offered me a 3rd rounder, Ramondre Stevenson, and a dog shit tight end. And I was like, I would, for even one of those guys, I wouldn't take that fucking haul. Like, what are you doing? I felt very disrespected.
Is that league? Was that your own brother sending you that trade?
No.
Oh,
I'm in a very serious fantasy league with one of my military buddies who's they're so into it, they know the cap and they know the cap hits and they follow the cap very close. They're like fantasy freaks.
They're deeper than us.
They are very deep into fantasy or football in general, and so, yeah. As soon as he went down, within 5 minutes, I got a trade for fucking GT. It's like, oh my god,
it's amazing.
Yeah, hold pat. Don't. He'll be fine next year.
Yeah. So we'll get to the AFC West second. Let's going to start off with the NFC West. Last year, the Super Bowl champions came from the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks. They won the division going 14-3. The Rams finished second, going 12-5, making the playoffs. The 49ers also went 12-5 and made the playoffs, but due to tiebreakers, they ended up third. And the Arizona Cardinals ended up going 3-14, not making the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, 3 powerhouse teams in this division. I think a lot of people would agree between the Seahawks, Rams, and 49ers. And then the Cardinals are kind of just trying to figure out what their identity is. So are the Seahawks going to repeat this year? We shall see. Looking at, I guess I'll just jump right into what I got. I actually have the Rams taking the division this year, with the Rams going 13-4. The Seahawks right behind them at 12-5. The Niners again having a good season, but ending up third, going 12-5 as well. And then the Arizona Cardinals going 2-15. The Cardinals' schedule is absolutely brutal this year. I don't know how, for a team that's finished last in their division last year, gets such a tough schedule. But outside of playing like the Jets, the Raiders without Ginty, I mean, it's tough to find any game that you feel like the Cardinals even have a shot in this year. So I didn't want to pick them to go 0-17, but I gave them 2 pity wins, which honestly I don't know where those 2 are coming from, but that's kind of where I ended up. So, Sean, Nick, what do you guys think about the NFC West?
The Cardinals, there's no light at the end of the tunnel for them, unfortunately. They have so many fucking holes in their roster at the moment that it's just even if you're dog shit this year, you're going to be dog shit next year, and probably the year after that. And probably the year after. Probably for the next half decade, unless, if they draft fucking bangers, unless if they pull off a Saints-esque draft with, they drafted Lattimore and Marshawn Lattimore and Alvin Kamara, right? That was the same draft class?
Yeah.
Unless if they have a draft class
right.
like that, they're going to be fucking dog shit for a while. So yeah.
They did get Jeremiah Love this year, though. I mean, and which is crazy. I don't know. People did kind of throw it out on Twitter. I believed it. Watching him run, he kind of looks like AP running the ball. Not saying he is AP,
I've heard
but just
that comparison.
the way he runs, he looks like in Madden, you could just give him AP's running style to all of his animations and he'd have that set. So we'll see. Maybe Jeremiah Love is the next Adrian Peterson. Hopefully without the switch for his child.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily lose a whole lot on the offense. Like they lost a tackle and a guard. I'm not sure how much they were playing, but looking at my stats that I have in front of me now, they were. I mean, rushing attempts, they were pretty much middle of the road. Offensively, they were pretty dog shit, like mid to late 20s and everything. Total yards per game, 19th. Total yards per play, 22nd, not great. Rushing yards per attempt, that's sitting at 4.3, literally dead middle in the in a pretty competitive NFC West that was last year. So I think if they drafted well in the O-line, they signed a couple guys, it looks like.
Didn't Brissett have the most passing attempts last year too?
Yeah, because they were constantly down.
And they still
he just had to chuck it.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean, they were points scored. They were the 23rd least scored points with 20.9. But I think the point was that I was making is with Jeremiah Love, I think he's going to be able to help that a little bit. And if anything, pound the rock and get these losses over with quicker than just having teams score on them at will. And then I think they're just trying to tank as best they can this year for whether it's Arch Manning or just another extremely competent quarterback in a, I don't know, it feels like they say this every year. Is the draft class loaded with quarterback talent again, Brogan?
Just loaded is what they say. I feel like people have been tanking for Arch for the last 3 years. Obviously, I think this last year was the first time he was actually draft eligible. But yeah, I mean, quarterback's a big question for them. I mean, they do have Gardner Minshew as well, so look out for him slinging the rock. And Jeremiah Love is the Rookie of the Year favorite, I believe, right now, at least on the Green Book, as we're recording this. So I guess Vegas is expecting him to get the ball quite a bit, but I don't know.
Him and McBride, I don't know who else is eating on that offense.
I mean, you'd hope Marvin Harrison would
if he can hold on to a ball,
right? Eventually turn into what he was destined to be. It'd be cool for them.
Even if Jacoby Brissett gets hurt, we're going to see Carson Beck come in probably. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm not high on him. I think he had a pretty decent preseason game, but it's a different speed at the NFL. I mean, he's been in college for 7 years, it feels like. So
at least, yeah.
Yeah, looking at the schedule, that is brutal. I mean,
it is. Yeah,
they got the Saints, who were down a little bit, the New York Giants, and that's about it in terms of the third place teams. But it's not great.
Yeah, and to put in perspective, the Cardinals' win total is only 3.5 this year.
Which is just crazy. I mean, I feel like the NFL is one of the major sports that has amazing parity. I mean, any given Sunday, right? But it's hard to find multiple Sundays that the Cardinals have a chance.
Yeah, consistent. I mean, any team can beat anybody one week, but to have that kind of result season long, not going to happen. Mm-hmm. But we all are very similar in our picks because I also have pretty much top down what you were saying. I got the Rams going 13-4. I get the Seahawks nipping at their heels at 12-5. 49ers at 11-6, and then the Cardinals just plummet at 0-17. I feel like they're gonna probably get 1, maybe 2 wins in there, but just because they're gonna beat a team that they have no business beating, and then we're like, how do they do it? And then they're just gonna get curb stomped the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, I have them at 0-17 because I want that worst record in the leagues for my bets.
Yeah, and they did add Matt LaFleur. I don't know if we said that. Anybody's dropped that yet, but Mike LaFleur's brother. Or sorry, excuse me. I flipped them. They added Mike LaFleur, Matt LaFleur's brother, and he's under the same Shanahan McVay tree, right, that Matt was. So, I mean...
I'm sorry, I got to do this. They might as well take Matt LaFleur as well, because what the fuck are we doing? Having our number one corner on special teams in a preseason game, and he's getting hurt. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Take it. He can just ship his ass out to the Cardinals, too.
I mean, it's
all I got.
Yeah.
Put Keyshawn Nixon on special teams. I don't care. Why is fucking... I don't get it.
To say, because he's quick and he's just good. And Matt likes to break nice things.
Apparently. And Pat Surtain tried breaking Christian Watson in the same game.
Yeah, but Matthew Golden, I did see
Cooked
something
him.
where
Cook Surtain.
one catch, 19 yards in a series. I saw somebody's like, the NFL typically has about 20 series, so if you equate that out to a whole game, Matthew Golden's getting 19 catches for like 430 yards.
On the best cornerback in the league, supposedly.
Yep.
Although if you watched the Packer game last year, you would know Golden would get like not even catches. He'd get 2 balls thrown his way the entire game. And that'd be it. He's just
because we had too
cardio
many
out there.
mouths to feed. That's why we had to give.
Dobbs
to the
Dontavian
Pats
Wicks.
and
Wicks.
Dontavian Wicks.
And Wicks is apparently a fucking baller for the Eagles too, is like what I'm reading all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Are you writing these articles?
damn it. I might as well be, bro. I'm so distraught. Still distraught. I really like Wicks.
It's all right. In Golden we trust. In Reed we trust.
Yeah, all the other Packers wide receivers are
Gonna be good.
But going back to this, I think looking at what I have for the Niners, I think I'm underselling the Niners purely because I'm assuming they're going to get injured.
That substation is still there. Electrical substation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right
dude,
next to there.
it's just eating away at their soft tissue. Mike Evans, within like a month being he's had like a relatively healthy career for most of his career, and he goes there until like recently.
I mean, he seems like he always has a hammy.
Yeah,
but I mean, he still had that streak of 1,000-yard seasons that unfortunately ended last year. But I mean, the CMC also. I mean, he's been dealing with stuff. I feel like the last few years too.
And he's starting to get old.
It's kind of
he
the question.
was relatively healthy. Wasn't he relatively healthy this last season, or was that 2 years ago?
I think he still was, but I feel like he practice wise, I feel like he was day to day a lot. And he was dealing with like tendonitis and stuff too, I think. Or was that 2 years ago? Anyways, I think I like the 49ers a lot if it's just a one game, first game of the season. But like Nick said, can they stay healthy? I don't know.
Fred Warner's back now, right?
Fred Warner's back. I mean, they didn't really lose too many people. They lost D Winters, and then Sky Moore came over to the Packers. Probably going to be doing stuff in the special teams. Going to be awesome. And then Kendrick Bourne, where did he end up going? Did anybody know?
No.
Because he was a nice piece for him last year when everybody got hurt. So I'm thinking that, I mean, they brought in Mike Evans. They brought in Christian Kirk. But
do you know where Kendrick Bourne went? The Arizona Cardinals.
Oh. Oh boy, you get excited. It was
Revenge
he did twice a year, baby. He did well, but he was also like the 5th string wide receiver in that room. What is he now? Like the 3rd?
Probably
2,
behind like Wilson and Harrison. Holy shit!
Boy.
I'm having a fucking pod here. It really is, man.
He's been drinking a lot off stream, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, it's the Rams division to lose. I think the Seahawks are going to be nipping at their heels. I mean, they didn't lose too many people either. They lost Tarek Woolen to, where'd he go? The Saints?
Not Reek.
Is that right? The Saints? I can't remember. Kobe Bryant. He went to the Bears, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he got hurt pretty early on. He's going to miss like 4 to 6 months. He might be out the whole year.
Yeah,
so
essentially.
Tariq Woolen's on the Eagles.
Or Eagles, yep. That sounds right. And then Kenneth Walker went to the Chiefs, so that's going to be really
Super
good
Bowl
for the
MVP.
Chiefs. Yeah. But they also did get Emmanuel Wilson, solid Packer number 2, Dante Fowler off the edge, and then they're gonna do what they do. It's a Mike McDonald. McDonald, right?
Sounds right. Yeah.
I think, Mike McDonald defense. I mean, they're going to show out. So,
and I don't know if you said they got Jadarian Price from Notre Dame as their first round pick this year too.
Oh, is that running back?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Price is the running back. Yeah.
So I mean, he's trying to refill Walker's shoes. We'll see. He did look really good in Notre Dame, but again,
Yeah.
I don't know how that
I
translates
mean,
in the NFL. But
I'm sipping the Hard Knocks Kool-Aid. He looked really good in that one episode that I watched. Looked nice and smooth, but
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like for the most
typically,
part, running backs translate relatively well. Like I don't remember the last time like there was like a fucking amazing running back coming out of college that didn't translate super well to the NFL. The only one I can think of is like Trent Richardson. Like he was just fucking horrible.
dude, just couldn't find a hole.
Dude could not read a
yeah.
could not read a hole.
I think he might have just needed contacts. Maybe he couldn't have see. He might not have been able to see.
So
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm just saying, like running backs coming out of college to me are like almost a surefire thing. You know, it's just like you can't go wrong. Like for the most part, they should be able to pick it up relatively
That's
easily.
fair.
Yeah, as long as they got the big bodies blocking for him
Yeah.
up front, they should be fine. So I don't know. I think the Niners are an interesting spot because it wouldn't necessarily surprise me if they said, "Oh yeah, the Niners won the division this year." But I wouldn't also be shocked if it was like, I mean, they're kind of, if, oh yeah, they finished third. I'd say last, but the Cardinals exist in this division. So I would be shocked if they said they finished last.
Yeah, and I guess we've been kind of ignoring the Rams in our conversation so far. But Matthew Stafford winning the MVP last year. Does he repeat?
He's now a Hall of Famer in my eyes.
I'm going to say no. I'm glad that you finally come to that conclusion on your own, Nick. I'm very proud of you. That's growth. But I'm going to say no just because I don't think that he's going to be able to sustain all 17 games. He's been able to do that kind of sparingly in the back half of his career. Last time he did, I think he missed a couple games here and there the following year. And I think it was a lot of smoke and mirrors going into last year's season.
Yeah, there
where people
was.
were very concerned about his back.
He was going to
And
retire.
the back was
almost.
never an issue from the moment the regular season started. Now, I kept looking. I'm like, how are they projected to do better than the Seahawks? And then I looked. I'm like, oh, yeah, they got rid of Jared Verse, and they turned that into a Myles Garrett. And Aaron Donald's probably going to come back. To what extent he's going to be before like week 7 or 8 to be determined. I assume he's still working out like a madman, but
I feel like he made up his decision like months ago. Like as soon as
Oh, yeah,
Garrett
he's-
decided, he like just went back to the fucking training facility and is just like, I just don't want to play in preseason. I don't want to do practice. I don't want to play in preseason. Just get me week 1 and call it good. So I feel like he's gonna be there like fucking week 1 and ready to fucking go.
he's going to be back. And I get he's a super freak, superhuman athlete, but you can't replicate game reps from like work and practice reps from working out. Like those are just two different things. You got to be still doing. And I mean, I'm not saying he's not doing football movements, but it's going to take a little bit to get reacclimated, especially when everybody else has already hit the ground running and you're trying to play catch up. But I forgot that they traded their first round pick because again, their GM is notorious for fuck them picks for Trent McDuffie. That's a really good addition. And then they also got Jalen Watson from the Chiefs as well. I believe he was a Chief. So their secondary is pretty, at least bolstered, I guess you could say. And that defense, they're going to just be hanging their hat on their defense, which was, in terms of the top 10 defense, number 10, giving up a little under 21 points a game. I mean, I'm looking at their team stats, and there's a lot of ones here. Passing yards per game, number 1, points scored, total yards per play, total yards per game, all sitting at 1. Rushing yards, rushing attempts per game, 6 and 7. And then passing yards per attempt, number 3. So that's like roughly like a top 3, top 4 offense in the league. I mean,
the defense
it's going
has
to be
only gotten much fucking better. Yeah.
Yeah, the defense was middle, like you could say
No, they were
anywhere from like
they were a good
they were close
fucking
to a top
defense
10
last
unit.
year.
Oh, they were solid. Anywhere from like a middling defense, like number 16 to like number 8, you could say. And that's only going to get better. So they are clearing away the top team to beat in the NFC, I believe. My only criticism, though, is that they did the shit that the Packers did with Rodgers, where you have, I would say, even less time than the Packers had with Rodgers. And Matt Stafford, you don't know what kind of window you have with him. I mean, he's not as old as Rodgers was when he was in the tail end of his career with the Packers, but he played for Detroit. He got abused over there. So in quarterback years, he is like one more hit, he might never play football again. So I feel like you need to either protect him with, could have used that first round pick instead of Ty Simpson as a offensive line help. You could have got another wide receiver. There were plenty of weapons to be had. So that's about my biggest criticism with the pick. And especially when you're not going to have a first round pick for a couple of years, it's going to be, I would have said you should have struck while the iron was hot, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know we haven't done the NFC North yet. That'll be our episode next week. But do you guys think the NFC runs through the NFC West again this year?
Yeah, I think
For
so.
sure. I think the NFC North is going to be a more competitive division as a whole, but I think the NFC West is going to be, whoever comes out of that, it's going to be the number one seed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something crazy happens, like it's something like astronomical would have to happen on any team. Like
Caleb Williams throws for like 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, it would have to be something where anyone from the NFC North went 6-0 in the division.
Yeah, it would have to be something crazy.
That's about the only way that they're going to get separation. Like if I could unfortunately see it where like if it was a Bears, Lions, or Packers, any of those teams went 6-0, they're going to be the clear cut number one seed. Because I feel like, however you slice it, I mean, Cardinals aside, it's a three-team division in the NFC West. But the Seahawks are going to beat up on the Rams, who are going to beat up on the Niners, and the Niners are going to beat up on the Rams or some shit like that. So, yeah, you can chalk it up for like 1 to 2 losses in each of the divisions opponents. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I don't know, this division, like it's just gonna be an absolute bloodbath. One fun little thing, since we all have the same exact standings for this division,
Mm-hmm.
on the Green Book for this exact standings, with the Rams being number 1, Seahawks number 2, Niners number 3, and the Cardinals number 4, you can bet that for plus 290. I'm not married to that. How do you guys feel about that? Because it's just like, to me, the Rams Seahawks could flip flop, or if the Niners stay healthy, the Niners Seahawks could flip flop. Like there's like a little bit of flip flopping that I could easily see happening in the divisional standings here.
Yeah, I would stay away from an exacta, especially like it's not nearly as clear cut as however you can get it with the AFC East for like plus money. I think it was Bills Patriots to finish either first or second, where there's just too much parity and volatility in this division as well, where these teams are going to be jockeying for position all season. So
Sean,
I would
for the Bills Patriots, that's minus 340.
Bills Patriots is now minus 340.
Well, for them to either be 1 or 2, it's minus 340.
Oh,
if you want
gotcha,
Bills to be number 1 and then the Patriots number 2, then yes, it's plus 130.
So yeah, then that's the one that I co-sign.
Okay. Just had to clarify.
Yeah.
I
I got on my end from the NFC.
One thing I know we already kind of touched upon it, but like, I'm very excited to see if when Aaron Donald comes back. I'm kind of excited to see how he will actually perform and how teams will actually game plan against both Myles Garrett and Aaron fucking Donald. Were they drafted
That's the tough part, right?
in the same draft class? Or was Donald a couple years ahead?
Donald was definitely a couple years ahead.
Was Garrett 17 and Donald like 15?
Donald was 14.
Donald was 14?
Yeah, I just looked it up. But yeah, I mean, that's the question. Like, obviously, Donald probably won't be the same game record that he was. And Garrett was 2017, so they're 3 years apart.
He had pretty productive. He had a pretty productive last season, so it wasn't like his numbers were dwindling and then he hung it up. He still left with a lot left on the table, I'd say.
So yeah, I mean, that's the tough thing, right? Is like, you probably have to game plan against Myles Garrett, but then you just have Aaron Donald one-on-one. Like, okay, so then you double team to set up Aaron Donald, but then what do you do with Myles Garrett? Double team him too, but then you're going to have like 3 routes out. Like, it's a matchup nightmare.
Quite literally. The only thing I can think of is like having a tight end come and chip Myles Garrett and then do like a hot route and do something close and quick, just like as a safety dump off, and then keep like some,
It's a lot easier said than done.
I
It's a
know,
lot easier
it
to do
is.
that in Madden.
It is a lot easier to do that in Madden, but that's the only way I can think of, like, from a
Yeah.
defensive
They're
perspective.
gonna have some fullback help.
Nobody has fullbacks anymore, buddy.
Oh, Kyle
That era
Juszczyk
is
in the division.
that era
Giants,
is
buddy.
fucking long gone,
And
man.
Giants, we got Pat Ricard.
Yeah, Brady Russell, I think, for the Seahawks. We've seen him a lot
Brady
in Hard
Russell
Knocks
will do
too.
just fine. He's got dad
Yeah.
strength now.
Right. The fucking NFC West is loaded with fullbacks just for this reason. All right. Well, yeah. Let's move on now to the AFC West, a division that last year it was a little wild, right? With the Broncos having such a good year, kind of surprising.
Finally knocked off the Chiefs' 9 straight division title streak.
Yeah. So we saw some changing of the guard in the AFC West last year. Patrick Mahomes, speaking of that, obviously had the ACL tear last year. Do you guys, I'm just curious personally, do you guys know like when he's expected to play? Like it's probably not week 1, or is it week 1?
They're not ruling it out.
That's crazy.
No,
it's very interesting to me.
So like Vince and my brother, he's real into football. You know, he loves fantasy, all that. Okay. He likes watching TikTok doctors, and one of them was talking about like how some people like heal faster with soft tissue injuries because they have like this extra protein in their blood or some bullshit where like they're able to just like get nicked up and then they're going to be back a little bit faster than the average person. And he believes Mahomes has that because every time Mahomes has had any type of injury, he's always come back like several weeks before he was supposed to. So going off of a good old TikTok doctor, I could easily see him coming back.
Reliable source of information.
Easily could see him coming back in September. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, so yeah, last year the Broncos won the division going a crazy 14-3. Obviously they made quite a run, but then did not make the Super Bowl. The Patriots represented the AFC. The Chargers went 11-6, and also made the playoffs. And then you had the Chiefs going 6-11, down year for the Chiefs. They did lose 6 in a row to end that though. So obviously with Mahomes getting hurt, and some other injuries that they dealt with, like 6-11 is kind of maybe like a sticker shock looking at it.
They were on their third string for a while.
The wheels fell off for the Chiefs last year, and then you have the Raiders going 3-14 last year as well, tied for the worst record in the NFL. And then the whole debacle this offseason with Max Crosby getting traded from the Raiders, and then all of a sudden he's back on the Raiders.
Then picking fights with Kirko chains in practice.
Yeah, yeah, and then now you got Ashton Genty going down with an ACL. I mean, the Raiders can just never not have headlines constantly about them, even going 3-14.
Bring back John Gruden.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, kind of a wild division last year. Could be set up for some fireworks this year as well. I got the Chiefs getting back on top of this division, going 11-6. Travis Kelce getting married to Taylor Swift. I feel like he's going to get a bump from that. And Patrick Mahomes coming back. You know, maybe the Chiefs sat on top for too long. Like Sean said, I think it was 9 years in a row that they won that division. You get knocked down one year, you get that taste back of, you know, we got to work a little bit harder. I think the Chiefs are going to come back and win it. And I got the Chargers and Broncos both going 10-7. And then the Raiders going 4-13. I just think, I don't know. What do you do with Fernando Mendoza going to the Raiders, right? When do you play him? Do you play him right away? Does Kirk Cousins get the start for them? I think they have a pretty easy start to the schedule as far as, pulling up now. Dolphins, Chargers, Saints. Obviously, the Chargers game's a little tough, but sometimes I feel like teams hold off NFL rookies because their schedules might be brutal right away and they want to wait till like a bye week. But with Mendoza, I mean, he threw a pick 6 this week in the preseason, but I feel like you could almost throw him out there right away.
Great.
I don't know. I love poking fun at people in the preseason, but it doesn't mean anything. Like I watched a hate compilation of Crying Caleb of him missing all of his balls. Like going up the seam to Loveland, he just fucking airmailed it. He airmailed a couple other ones, but it's preseason. It doesn't really mean a whole lot.
I assume you just fall asleep to that like a normal person would have white noise.
Yeah, yeah,
Just Caleb Williams blunders.
low lights, which is most of his plays, except for his TikTok plays. But I don't know. I feel like the Raiders could easily like just do a Packers and sit Mendoza, or maybe give him some limited time this year. But like I don't know how much you want to taint that kid, because he obviously is here to play football. And you love guys who are here to play football that that genuinely love the game for what it is. So you don't want to like ruin the product. You don't want to rush him out there and have him get the fucking yips, which I saw fucking Cam Ward having in the preseason games. I don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of that. Um, it I don't want that for Mendoza. I want him to have a good, steady development. You know.
Well, as the regional Raiders fan on this podcast, I can kind of talk a little bit about what they've done in the offseason, because looking at the numbers, their offensive ranks are fucking abysmal. 32nd in points scored, 32nd in total yards per game, 32nd in rush yards per attempt, last in rush yards per game, passing yards 29, 28, 30, 32. Like all this is terrible. But I blame a lot of that on Chip Kelly and throwing a interim OC in there when obviously they weren't prepared for it. And Brock Bowers was suffering with some injuries on and off throughout the year. And you had Geno Smith, who is just frankly not good anymore.
No.
So yeah, I'm willing to reassess the Raiders in the offseason, which I did a little bit. And for me, if you're starting a rookie quarterback, that's awesome. That's great. But you got to make sure that you set him up for success, or at least put him in a position to succeed. Obviously, JT going down sucks. There's not much you can do about that, especially as like a little dump off safety option if you got him in a swing pass or kind of a run game, which has made Kirk Cousins a lot more lethal if you hand the ball off to somebody, and he's way better off the play action as a Kirk Cousins truther over the past years. Really good off the play action, but if you have to stand in the pocket and the defense can just pin their ears back and go and get him, then he's going to struggle. But I think they lost Alex Kappa, who's a really good guard, at least the last couple of years. That O-line, I think, is going to have a little bit more continuity. They got Tyler Lindenbaum from the Ravens, so I'm very excited to see that. They got a large piece in the middle. Hopefully, if he's able to stay healthy, I think that they're going to be able to give whoever's behind center a lot more time. They still got Colton Miller at the blindside left tackle spot, so I think he'll be fine. And a couple other guys, and just as long as the O-line can kind of have that continuity throughout the season, should be all right. The question remains, we were going in the depth chart off the pod, but I'm not sure who the hell they're going to be throwing to besides Trey Tucker and Brock Bowers. And if you got to rely on Trey Tucker to win you ball games, you're probably not going to win those ball games. I had him going 6-11, and after the Ginty injury, I'm going to probably have to reevaluate that and knock him down a couple more wins. So this is probably about realistically another 3 or 4 win team. Sadly, because I do like this team. Yeah, I mean, draft wise, they got Mendoza. Maybe some of their rookies are able to develop, but I do. I am going to be going against Brogan here. I have the Broncos finishing the division on top.
Back-to-back years, huh?
Yes, back-to-back years. I think Sean Payton is figuring something out there. They are going to. This is the first year, I believe, that he has given up the play calling duties. So that's going to be interesting to see him not calling plays, and maybe if the offense is sputtering, he takes it over halfway through the season. So stay tuned on that. We could see that. But I think the Chiefs are going to have a bounce back year. I got the Broncos going 12-5. I have the Chiefs right there behind them at 10-7. I think that Mahomes is going to come back. We went through their schedule a couple months ago when we were debating whether or not this is like a 5-win team if Mahomes doesn't even play this season. And they have plenty of winnable games. Like looking at the schedule early on, it's going to be it's going to be a little tough. Like home against Denver, I think Denver does take care of that. But like they got the Colts, they play at Miami, they play at Vegas, they play the Jets, they play Atlanta, Arizona, Cincinnati if Burrow's even healthy by then, and they play the Raiders twice. Which, granted, the Raiders have had their numbers in the past, but with the already banged up Raiders, and if the Chiefs are able to maintain and stay healthy, I think that they're going to take care of business. Chargers, I'm a lot happier with my decision now. I thought that could have went either way, but after seeing the devastating news for the Chargers earlier today and Tyler Biada's season-ending IR with a torn ACL, I had them going 10-7. I really like what Harbaugh's doing. He's doing a great job of rebuilding the culture, and I mean it shows in the stats. And they have about close to a top 10 defense, and they have Mike McDaniel coming over from the Dolphins as their OC. So I think those Harbaugh and McDaniels, those two nerds back there, I think they're going to cook something up nice this season. But I mean, we know what's going to happen with them, right? They're going to be a very competitive team. Not Burrow. Herbert is going to sling the ball around. He's going to get his offensively, and they're going to win some games. They're going to lose some games. Ultimately, it's not going to be enough to get them over the hump, though. So I got them going 10-7, losing a tiebreaker fashion to the Chiefs. So they're finished third place, out of the playoffs. I also don't have the Chiefs making the playoffs either, in a very competitive AFC this year. I know. So back-to-back years out with the Chiefs. They're getting there, but they're not quite there yet. So it should be a pretty interesting year.
I always feel bad for Herbert because he never has an offensive line, but like to me, it's almost like a prove it year to me on like showing me why he should be considered like an elite quarterback per se, because like he has like the weapons on offense, he has the offensive mind, with Mike McDaniel, and great head coach. So like to me, he needs to put something the fuck together this year and like do something. Like make it to the playoffs and win a fucking game. Just like one singular game. He's right now, to me, he's like the Kirk Cousins of like not winning a playoff game.
I would say he's far and away better than Kirk Cousins ever was.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that specifically because you're on the pod and you were a big hater of Kirk Cousins because he never won a playoff game.
Yeah, but now he's on my silver and black, and I need him to win. I need him to do well.
But regardless, like I don't know. To me, it's like a prove it year for him in my eyes because like he hasn't really done anything to deserve like that elite category where everybody's like, oh, he's like on the cusp of it. He's right there. He has all these tools that he can become elite with, or be a top 5 quarterback in the league, but he just fucking hasn't done it since 2021, his rookie season where he threw for like 5,000 yards, or is it 2022? Was it? No, it was 21. Like, I don't know. He's been a little bit underwhelming for me, but I understand that he hasn't had an offensive line and whatnot. So, and this year he's still going to continue not to have an offensive line. But I don't know. I'm expecting him to make something of this year, some way, somehow, actually do something with this season.
Would you draft him in fantasy?
Over who? Depends.
You're sitting at 9 on the way back from the snake, and everybody else is drafted. You're getting into like fringe starters,
like Bo Nix. Bo Nix.
Yeah,
Bo Nix or Justin Herbert.
Yeah, who in this
fantasy?
division? Who would you take?
Okay. Oh wait, in fantasy or like as like.
How about we do both? Let's start with fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantasy, I might do Bo Nix because he uses his legs a little bit more. Real life, I would take Herbert.
Okay.
I think I'm Mo Lever. I think I'm taking Mo.
I like Bo. I really do. Like, okay, so I'm way too deep. I always mention this every pod. I'm way too deep on Bears.
Also, I'm sorry. I can't believe that we have gone this far without saying my book that I'm referencing a lot here has the key additions and losses. The only key addition that they give it for like 5-6 slots of guys. The only key addition it says for the Broncos is Jalen Waddle. I completely forgot that they got him paired with Cortland Sutton.
That slipped my mind too.
I did hear a little. I was listening to a John Gruden podcast breakdown of the AFC West. Get prepped and excited for this, and I did hear that they retained 19 free agents. So Sean Payton doing a hell of a job with maintaining the culture and thinking we're going to win with the guys that we have in the building. We don't need to bring anybody else back or a lot of other guys back. So I think the Broncos are going to take not necessarily another step because they went 14-3 last year, but just kind of build on what they have going last year.
I completely lost my train of thought, but
I think something about Bears Twitter or something.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
along
they
those
call
lines.
they hate on anybody that was in the same draft class as Crying Caleb. Like they call him dog. Like they literally think Bo Nix is horrible. Same thing with the fucking Patriots QB. I'm blanking out. Drake May. Yeah, they think they're both horrible. I'm a big fan of Bo Nix. I like the way his game has developed over the years. I think Sean Payton has done a great job of being a QB whisperer to him and helping him develop into a very solid quarterback. Like, if he puts together a good year, I mean, like, he has the tools once again, Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle's a fucking baller. Like, he's a great number 2 guy. They have a phenomenal defense, as we all know. He could easily use those tools to step into like being a great fucking quarterback territory, aka like top 12 plus, top 10 plus.
You know what a key loss was for the Broncos this year, Nick?
Hold up, let me think.
I'll give you $1,000 if you can get this name. You're not gonna get it. I'm so confident.
Offense or defense?
Offense.
A key loss.
That this book has rated as a key loss.
Oh,
I'll tell you the state of the Broncos right now.
Fuck. Okay, hold up. It's I don't know. Noah Fant. That's the only thing I can think of, and I don't even think he left.
No.
He's at the Seahawks, I think.
Fuck, is he at the Seahawks? God damn it.
Michael Burton. Do you know what position Michael Burton is?
That was never coming out.
No, it wasn't. No.
Fullback.
Who? What?
So they're still there. There's still aplenty.
Okay. All right.
Just putting that out there.
But
Noah
Fant
on the Saints, by the way. Now,
couple.
He was last on the Broncos in 2021.
I couldn't think of anybody. I'm like, dude, who's like some rando that like, not say, whatever.
Just the old fullback card. I knew that'd get you.
Yeah. For me, I haven't really touched upon the Chiefs myself. And I don't know. Mahomes just hasn't been Mahoming the past couple of years. I know he was like injured and whatnot. He just really hasn't been Mahoming, and like with an aging roster like they have, I mean, easily they could get back to where, they could easily come back and win the division. But going off of their schedule this year, there's a lot of times where I'm like, that could be like a 50-50 ball game. And if Mahomes comes back and plays great, I'm going to be wrong, right? I'm going to be wrong, and they're going to get 10 plus wins. But if Mahomes comes back and he's been playing kind of like how he has been the past couple of years, where it's like he plays solid ball. It's not bad. He plays solid ball, but he's not Mahoming. I could easily see them coming down to like 9 wins. I think 8 wins is kind of on the short side of the Chiefs now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more. I would probably put them at 9, give them an extra win, but I'm still not too terribly confident in the Chiefs winning things this year.
This week 1, Chiefs Broncos at home for the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, when Chris Collinsworth is gooning over Patrick Mahomes it's going to hit like crack.
Dude, it's good. That one's going to be a really, really fun game, and it's going to be a really great litmus test for both teams on where they're at and how their development, worked on this past offseason. So, like, I'm pretty excited for that.
Little teaser. We're 2 episodes away from the first NFL Week 1.
Let's go.
Dude, I'm so excited.
That's fucking sweet.
I'm so
excited. It's good. Brogan, I know that you don't listen to other our podcast when you're not on it, but Nick was really upset that I was using this.
Don't fucking do that. We're gonna get DMCA'd.
Oh.
The NFL is gonna smite us, and they're gonna fucking send us back to the nether realms. All right, like they're gonna fucking do it. I
Isn't
swear
that
to God.
Fox though? It's not even the NFL. It's Fox. Fuck Fox.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah. What are they
They'll
gonna
do nothing.
The AI
They'll do
algorithms will fucking.
Surprise, motherfucker! The king is back.
He's
The
not
AI
back. His
algorithm.
fucking knees fucked, just like Genty.
Yeah. Him and
But-
GT are in the same rehab.
But it's so interesting because, like, on the Green Book, they have the Broncos at 9.5 wins this year, which
That's
we
an
all have.
interesting line.
Yeah, 9.5 is quite short, shallow. The Chiefs are at
Oh.
10.5, which I'm like, 10
I
and a half
definitely.
is like,
Well, the Chiefs also have a third place schedule. Broncos have like. I could go through this quick. I mean, they got Kansas City. They're gonna have all the divisional games, but they got the Jags. They got the Rams. They play the NFC West.
Yep.
So I mean, they play Arizona, obviously. Like at Carolina, at Pittsburgh, home against Miami. They play the Jets, Buffalo, New England, the Chargers to end the season. Like that's going to be tough. I think they're definitely going to get there. But
hold up, let's do a vibe check. Let's do a vibe check real quick. Go through that schedule one more time, and let's say win or loss to each of those. Individual.
okay, all right. At Kansas City,
I'm gonna say that's a
Loss.
dub.
I think they win.
Defense travels, baby. Defense travels.
This is fucking Arrowhead, though. Like, are you forgetting how good the Chiefs are in Arrowhead? Last
they
year
went
they
in
went
there
like,
and beat them last year.
and I think that was the only loss the Chiefs had in Arrowhead last year, though.
And it's
Too.
gonna be the
Yeah, but
only
the
loss they
Broncos
have
are a
again at
better team.
Arrowhead.
I mean, okay.
Okay.
I think that
Home against the Jags. Jags got that one.
No, Broncos win. W.
I don't know. Okay, so Brogan and I are sitting at 1-1 here.
yeah,
Home against the Rams.
loss.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
think
that a
that's a
loss.
loss.
That's Sunday night too. That's a Sunday night football game. That's
Yeah.
prime time.
Yep. At San Fran,
Dub.
Loss.
I think that might be a win. So
I think they're 1-3 to start.
Really?
at the Chargers,
That's a win.
Dub.
I think that's a win. Home against Seattle.
That's a win because it's a Thursday night game.
That's weird. I also don't have the
Did-
Seahawks schedule in front of me, so it
Did
could be a
the
look-ahead spot.
Seahawks have some weird stat last year, or like the past couple of years, where they win more at away games than what they do at home games?
Yeah, they did. At Arizona, that's a win.
Dub.
Home against Kansas City.
I'll
a
have
win.
them split.
Will
I think
Tony
it
Romo
could
be
be
back for that one? Do we think, or
Hopefully.
is he permanently sidelined and is it JJ Watt taking his spot?
Oh,
I hope
God,
not.
I hope not.
I haven't really listened to JJ, but I really like Tony.
Yeah, I think I'm going to also do the away team wins split there, so it'll be a 1-1. At Carolina, I think that's going to be
That's
a win.
Dub.
Yeah.
At Carolina going into the bye week, yeah, definitely win. Off the bye week, playing the Raiders
Dub.
at home, that's a win.
Yeah.
At Pittsburgh,
Dub.
Rodgers can't run for his life anymore.
Yep.
That's the day after Thanksgiving, I think, that game. So
Oh, the Black Friday game?
that's a Black Friday game. Yeah.
It'll be a Black Friday massacre.
I don't know if it'll be massacre, but the Broncos will win that.
Yeah, I'm saying for Rodgers' health if he's still playing. But I love you, Raj. But home against Miami.
Dub.
Yeah. In December, no way. They could
Dubsky.
put
Yeah.
their fucking third stringers out and beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
At the Jets.
That's a
Dubsky.
win.
At the Raiders.
Dubsky.
Mendoza career game knocks him off.
Now that could be the Raiders game. Could be a look ahead spot. I think they're going to win that game, but they do have a short week, Christmas Day.
Short week,
home
Christmas
against
Day.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, in Buffalo. Okay, I could see
So,
that being an L.
At
Okay.
Buffalo, I could see the Raiders trip them up.
It's in Denver, isn't it?
Or sorry, not in. Yeah, it's home,
Yeah.
but against Buffalo.
Ah,
Still
yeah.
short week. So, and
Right.
then TBD is at New England. I think they will beat New England.
Yeah, they'll beat New
I think
England.
I think that's a revenge. They got revenge on the mind,
Mm-hmm.
and then home against the Chargers.
That's a loss just because they have the playoffs already locked up.
I think so too. I think that's. I mean,
I say that
one-
when I had them going 10-7.
Yeah, no, right there. I'm pretty sure you had them going like 12-5. Like even with that, I think you have them going 12-5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got them right around 10, 11 wins. So, what would you say it is? 9.5?
9.5.
They're good. Damn it, they're good.
Yeah, I would take the over on that. I mean, that's -115 for.
Yeah, I'd still take the over. Oh, it's still juice to the over?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say it's juiced the over, but sure. It's -115 for the over.
You can.
What's the
Here might be a spicy one. Broncos division wins over 3.5
Ooh,
plus 140.
that's not
So
bad.
you gotta
That's not bad.
So-
counter
So you assume if they
Raiders
split with,
twice.
they split with the Chiefs, they split with the Chargers, but they sweep the Raiders.
Yeah, but we
I
just
like
said
that.
the Raiders could be a trip up game going into. It could be a look ahead spot
Could
for 'em
be,
going in.
but I mean, plus
going against
140.
Buffalo.
That seems like there's a little
There's
Yeah,
some
little extra
value there.
fat on the bone, or fat muscle on the bone, whatever.
yeah. I like that
Meat
one.
on the
Where
bone.
the fuck did you see
Me,
that?
Ligaments, tendons, Jinty's knee, don't matter.
I was in division wins on the Green Book, so it's
Okay.
just like how many wins would each team have in the division, and yeah, Broncos 3.5 division wins over plus 140.
Oh, the Broncos, Chiefs, and Chargers all have the same line essentially.
Well, yeah, but then the Chiefs and Chargers are minus 150 for over 3.5.
Are they really expecting the Broncos to
they're-
regress that much?
Yeah, they're factoring the Chargers to beat the Broncos at least once. What is
Well, yeah,
the
like,
Raiders?
Even if you split with the Chiefs, split with the Chargers, you just have to sweep the Raiders, and that cashes.
We got Raiders 1.5 or 2.5.
1.5 plus 110.
That's gonna
I
be.
like
I don't. Sean,
I
Sean,
like
don't think
that.
about it, buddy. Don't think
No.
about it. Don't think about it, buddy.
No.
I think they're splitting against Chargers, and then it's just going to be a matter of whether or not they get tripped up by the if they beat the Chiefs or the
Oh,
Broncos one
no.
time. I think
Oh.
I'm gonna take it a different angle here, boys. I think I'm gonna go rogue.
So for the NFC West, the same bets. All of them are at 3.5. They're all minus money, but the fucking Cardinals are at a half.
See, if the Cardinals were at 1.5, I would unload like my savings account. I don't have a 401k, but I'd drain that.
Yeah, I mean, the NFC West is just tough. I mean, yeah, I don't even know. What do you? Yeah, the NFC West isn't as nice, but I do like the Broncos over 3.5 division wins.
That seems like a fun one. That I like
Yeah.
that.
Spicy.
That's a good find.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Put that one down so I can go back to it later.
Yeah, jot that down. All right. So what else does the Green Book think? The Green Book thinks the Kansas City Chiefs are the favorites to win the division at plus 160. The Chargers come in second at plus 190. The Broncos are plus 225. So Broncos picked to finish third.
It's about the same
And-
value that you're getting for like the Jags to finish first in the AFC South. I like that.
Mhm. And then the Raiders plus 2,000 to win the AFC West.
That's all they're giving us.
Mhm.
What? Keithy just blew out his knee. It should be way worse.
Yeah. So
Vultures.
I don't know. It looks like Vegas is definitely expecting the Broncos to regress a little bit. But with the questions that I guess all the other teams have in this division, I think this division is kind of wide open. And I mean, with the Broncos winning it last year, they should give them some credit and some. I mean, like Sean talked about in his book of truth, key losses, a fullback.
Yeah, if you're labeling a key loss as a fullback, I mean, they lost the center, Dre Greenlaw, but he didn't have that great of a season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then Jalen Waddle, like we said, like we all kind of forgot about that, but like he could be a difference maker for
Okay,
them.
so question.
I feel like
Go. You can go. You can go.
oh, I feel like it's really easy, or it would have been really easy to like cover Portland Sutton because he was essentially their number one option. I
Yeah.
couldn't name you. Did they have Marvin Mims?
I think you're right. Yep.
Like
good pull.
if Marvin Mims is your number two, or 3, depending on if he's in a slot or wherever he's at. Like that's going to be, Jalen Waddle's automatically going to command a lot more respect from that defense. So it should be a little bit more split. I do like Bo Nix to keep just improving, taking steps forward, and I think he's going to have a really good offensive year. I truly do. So be interesting. I'm going to see what his over/under passing is right now.
So, question: Bo Nix's passing touchdown total is set at 24.5 at -105. Last year he threw for 25, and the year before that 29. How do we feel about that?
Yeah, I mean,
Say
it
that
seems
again?
pretty low. 24.
24.5 is his line.
Mm-hmm.
You know the Rodgers one that was 20.5. They already bumped it up to 21.5. So Vegas must have watched this fucking pod and got some sharps on it and adjusted the lines.
I was going to say, was that you moving the market? Did you just make a hefty rent size bet on that?
Yeah, I got money like that to move the lines by myself.
I figured you did.
But yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Like 24
I
and
like
a half?
it. I mean, I always am scared of doing player props for a season just because the injury potential is a kick in the nuts. But assuming he plays,
he did just get hurt in the postseason, so he's probably not going to be doing that again.
So I mean, assuming he plays a full season, I mean, I don't see any world where he doesn't hit that. Honestly,
I'd also be looking at last year he threw for 2 years ago. He threw for 3,700, almost 3,800 yards. This year he threw for about 3,900 yards. His over/under for passing yards is set at 340 and a half or 3,400 and a half.
So they're expecting the Broncos to just feed J.K. Dobbins. I mean, what do they think? What does Vegas think the offense is going to do?
I don't know. That's why, like rushing yards, I'll put a J.K. Dobbins 700.5 yards. So
I think they just think the Broncos are going to be shit this year on offense. To be honest,
unless they're really not believing the hype of Sean Payton giving up his play calling to another guy, which that's about my only angle that I could see where they'd be a little hesitant, but I still think that's too low.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself down for this one.
Yeah, because
Bo Nix 3,400. Come on, even in shootouts, like they're going to be in some shootouts.
Yeah, like both his passing yards and touchdowns, he's never hit the under. I mean, like, yeah, he only has a 2-year sample size, but like he's only improved since being in the league. So I don't see why his numbers would necessarily go down unless if it was for some catastrophic injury.
I don't know if it hasn't been adjusted yet to him being back fully. I don't know if the books are a little slow on that.
I doubt it.
I feel like they wouldn't be, but
it's money, man.
I don't know. When I bet it next week, I'll let you know. So,
all right. Anything else? I know we've kind of gone wayward here.
We're off the rails.
The last few minutes, but is there anything else we want to highlight in the AFC West here before we drag this out too long?
Nah. Raiders will be back someday. It's not going to be today. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be this season, but maybe in a couple seasons.
Going back to the NFC West really quick, just to go over their lines, at least on the Green Book, Rams are set at 11.5 at -125. Seattle 10.5 at -115. Niners 9.5 at -146, and the Cardinals 3.5 at -136. And then I already went over AFC, but there's some good value there. At least in terms of Seattle, I think we all kind of agreed Seattle was going to get over 10.5 wins. And then with the Broncos, we all kind of agree that the Broncos should hit their over. And same thing with the Chargers. I mean, I'm kind of hesitant on betting on the both of them to hit their over, but I like the Broncos better because they have a -115 instead of a -140. So a little bit more money for the bank account.
We always love more money in the bank account, don't we?
Well, I'm all good.
Well, we've officially made our cases for the NFC and AFC West. Who's winning the division? Who's making the playoffs? And most importantly, who we think is going to completely screw up our bets. We'll see pretty quickly which takes age like fine wine and which ones age like milk in the sun. Some bets will cash, some will turn into regrets, but either way, we ride. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following Sean's and Nerfies on our X account. And once the season starts, we'll be putting these predictions to the test every single week. Bet smart, and if it misses, take the shot. Goodbye.
This book has college football previews too.
Bye.
See ya.